What red flags do most girls tend to ignore because they mistake them for love? Why are so many girls trapped in the avoidant-anxious cycle, and can you explain what an avoidant-anxious trait looks like? Do you think your past pain affects your present love? And can you mention 3 ways girls can avoid this? Nicole, thank you for coming on my show. How are you feeling?
I'm good, thank you.
Nicole is an inner child healing specialist, but Nicole, please give a brief introduction to what you do.
So basically, I'm an inner child healing coach, and it's different than talk therapy. It's when people come to the sessions and we heal and repair in the inner child, because everyone goes through their own childhood traumas. Some are very evident and others they come from normal families, but there's still issues in the background, like certain emotional abandonment, and we heal the inner child, so we stop acting from the wounds of the inner child.
Yeah, so healing your inner child he will help you going forward in relationships, you feel?
Yes, definitely, because you stop recreating the same patterns you had with your parents.
I'm so excited to go into this. How does a girl know if she's stuck in a toxic relationship without realizing it?
It all goes to the feelings. So if you're feeling most of the time sad, demotivated, low, it doesn't matter who the toxic partner is. It might be the girl herself or even the guy. But if the relationship is making you feel more sad than happy, at peace, then you know that definitely this relationship is not for you.
Yeah. What red flags do most girls tend to ignore because they mistake them for love?
I think the most main one is love bombing, where the person, like in the beginning, they're constantly wanting to meet and...
The other person.
Yes, so the guy would constantly text to meet, or the partner, and then until they acquire the person, and then they stop pursuing the girl.
Okay. And what are ways a girl can spot these signs from before?
So they can spot these from beforehand if you can tell that can these last long term, like this behavior, this pursuing, is it possible that this type of relationship stays the same as months progress?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Why do some women mistake control for caring?
So when it comes to masculine and feminine energies, like the masculine is more in control, is like sort of the leader sometimes, and the woman is more receptive. So girls sometimes tend to confuse control with care, because they think that the person is doing this for the well-being of the relationship. However, this happens when girls have lack of self-worth and they can't really notice what's happening.
Yeah, so basically having self-worth and self-confidence and knowing your place in life will totally readjust your relationship.
Definitely.
And shapes the whole relationship.
Definitely.
This is real though, it makes so much sense, because you know the phrase, you need to love yourself before someone else can love you.
Yes.
That phrase is so relevant because it's true. How will you be able to set boundaries in the relationship? How will you be able to say okay, this is good, this is not good, unless you know where you stand?
Exactly.
So it's so real.
And most of my clients, this is one of the most common questions, okay, Nick, everyone tells me to love myself, but how can I love myself? And this goes back all to inner child healing, where you heal the wounds of the inner child. So you stop trying to get this love or this satisfaction that you needed from your parents through another partner. So then you stop taking everything, even the breadcrumbs, for mistaking it for love.
Mm-hmm. Going back on love bombing, is love bombing the biggest red flag we're not calling out enough?
I think it's one of the biggest red flags, yes. People tend to think that, in the beginning he was really into me and now something happened. I think he saw my true colors and that's why he's no longer into me. And it's not the case. It's because especially avoidant partners, they love bomb in the beginning, so they secure their spot with you. And as soon as they know you're theirs, then they stop making the effort, because now you're theirs.
Yeah. And why do you think they do that?
It's an attachment style. So there are two attachment styles, secure attachment styles and insecure attachment styles. And under insecure, there's avoidant, anxious, and disorganized. And they do this not because they want to, but it's because from wounds of their childhood as well. Some people tend to lie more on the anxious side and others on the avoidant.
Wow.
And when things start getting serious and they start getting like intimate and all of this, they start feeling fear and they start pulling away because love scares them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What are 3 healthy boundaries every girl should set early in a relationship?
So time for herself, like doing her own hobbies, her work and everything. Time for her friends and time with her family.
So good. Why do so many girls beg for validation in their relationships?
Because of insecurities from their childhood and also because of lack of self-worth.
Wow. I feel I was one of those girls. So it's true that having your...
I was too.
Yes. I feel like every girl goes through that phase, though.
Yes, definitely.
I feel it's a real learning curve.
Yes, it's true.
And age does come into play as well.
Yes.
Age totally changes you.
Yes.
What are 3 tips to stop yourself from seeking validation from your partner?
So first of all, to heal your inner child, because if growing up you felt that you're not worthy enough or that there's something wrong with you, these beliefs are stored in your subconscious brain and you continue operating from these beliefs. So first, to heal your inner child. Second, to work on your self-worth. And when you heal your inner child, your self-worth does increase and your subconscious brain is rewired. And thirdly, to have a life outside your partner, to continue with your own hobbies and to just nourish yourself.
I wish to ask you, it's not on my questions, but I wish to ask, how does one truly heal their inner child?
So the process that we go through to heal the inner child is, so I'll give you an example with my clients. So we start with the sessions and they close their eyes and we go on a visualization journey where they meet their inner child. Like literally we meet, for example, 5-year-old Amy. And 5-year-old Amy or 5-year-old Nicole, there were things that our parents couldn't give us. So we literally give little Amy or little Nicole the things that they needed as kids.
Wow.
And you become their new mom.
That's so sweet.
Yes.
That's actually, it's really sad
Yes.
as well.
It's sad, but there's beauty inside of it because some people have huge traumas, like people who have been following my story, they know that my childhood was very traumatic. But then there are people who come from very normal families who think that everything was very plain and simple. Like I have some clients who come in like, Nick, I don't have childhood trauma, but I do experience all the things that you speak about on your media. And then we sit down and we ask, like, we dive in, and then we start noticing, my mom loved me conditionally. She only loved me when I did things her way. Or my dad used to work a lot. And as a kid, you don't understand that your dad working means that he's doing it for the family. As a kid, you're like, why is my dad never with me? Mm-hmm. So I know that everyone should reparent their inner child for a better adult life.
I feel like it's a spectrum. Just
Yes.
because it's not like bad. There's still bad.
Yes.
And I feel like children as well, they see things from a completely different perspective,
Yes.
you know. As you said, like they
Yes.
wouldn't know that the father is in there because he's actually working for the
Exactly.
family, you know.
As kids, we internalize everything and we make everything mean something about ourselves. And that's a clear sign you need inner child healing, because when you're an adult and you're taking everything personal, that means that you're acting from your inner child.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Okay. Why are so many girls trapped in the avoidant-anxious cycle? And can you explain what an avoidant-anxious trait looks like?
Yes. So I'll start with the second part. The avoidant-anxious cycle, the avoidant-anxious dance, it's very common. It's when two people meet and they're attracted to so the anxious is attracted to the avoidant because of the qualities they have in themselves that the anxious doesn't have. And the avoidant is attracted to the anxious because they have qualities that the avoidant doesn't have. In the beginning, the avoidant is love bombing because they want to secure the person as quickly as possible to feel safe. And the anxious is like, oh my God, I found someone who's exactly like me. So then they start dating, they're in a relationship, and all of a sudden the avoidant starts pulling away and the anxious starts becoming even more anxious. So the avoidant is like, oh my God, intimacy, love, this is scary. When I was loved as a kid, it hurt me a lot. So they start running away. And the anxious partner is like, oh my God, I'm so anxious. I want this partner to validate me. Where are you going? I'm going to run after you. And that's the avoidant-anxious dance. A lot of girls get stuck in this because of lack of self-worth. They think that they've done something wrong. They think if they're going to just be their best selves, or if they prove to the avoidant partner that, oh, look, I'm back like we used to be in the beginning, that they're going to win them back. But
It's not the case.
No, both need to heal to be able to have a secure relationship.
And I truly believe that couples, that should they be in the avoidant anxious cycle, I truly believe that certain couples could heal each other and help each other grow.
If both want to do that. Because sometimes it's really hard with avoidance because they need to feel ready. And everyone is ready at their own time. And no one can push someone into healing unless they want to.
You both have to be ready.
Exactly.
And I truly believe that, like, right person, wrong time as well.
Yeah.
So they could find each other again in another timeline.
What's meant to be will be.
Exactly. Do you think your past pain affects your present love? And can you mention 3 ways girls can avoid this?
Past pain definitely affects present love, definitely. As I said earlier, if you have these beliefs that you are not good enough, you're going to attract partners who are going to reaffirm that belief, that there's something wrong with you, that you're not good enough. 3 ways to avoid this, again, first of all, is to work on yourself. If you're not yet ready to do inner child healing, at least to learn who you are, what you love, what you enjoy doing. Secondly, to have a life outside. Like, I see some women, and some girls, their main focus is just, oh my God, he texted me, or he didn't text me, or what am I going to text him? Like, what's in your life outside guys, like outside relationships? And the third one is where you list down all the things that you would want from your partner, to become that list first. And when someone comes, even if you like this person so much, if this person doesn't tick all your boxes, then it's not the person for you.
Wow.
Because sometimes we're so hungry for love that when we're offered some breadcrumbs, we're like, oh my God, this is love. And it's not.
That's crazy. So it's basically like most of the girls that I know, or even just seeing on social media, they'll say like something that's considered big for someone is basically considered bare minimum for someone else. So it's all a matter, again, going back to the self-worth, going back to knowing what, and not settling kind of thing. So I have a question. You mentioned that girls become over obsessed when it comes to, he messaged me, he didn't message me. Why do you think girls specifically do that? Because I don't think guys do that.
First of all, I think back when we were kids, especially girls especially, we were like, you need to sit down properly, you need to act pretty, you need to like not speak whatever comes in your mind. So I think growing up, most girls, we're conditioned into being like proper for society. So then our self-worth is already like validated by society. And also because like most girls, all they care about sometimes is how they look, how much they achieve, just to be validated by society once again. So if we fill our energy first, if we put our energy on ourselves first, rather than constantly putting our energy on whether this guy has messaged, or this guy did this, or who watched my story, like all of this, especially with social media, has become very toxic on brains of humans. Like, we were not designed for this type, like constantly on your phone, constantly getting notifications, and that like adrenaline and oxytocin coming from these notifications. So what I do suggest for most girls and for all girls is put your energy on you first. Like, what are things that you need to do? What are plans that you've had? Which holidays do you want to go to? What do you want to study? For you, not for your mom, not for your dad, not for this guy, for you.
And it's like the energy you'll be giving out eventually will reciprocate, and you'll get what you want. I truly believe in that. I truly believe that the universe will give you, I learned this the hard way, Taj, for you, but it's true that the universe gives you things in its own time. And when you finally come to peace with you and your situation, and you just start accepting rather than rejecting, it's truly
very true. I want to add something on this. Like, one word of advice I would give is to accept your current reality, no matter how sad it may be, and to detach from the need of wanting something, like I need this to be happy. Like, you can be happy in this very moment.
Exactly. It's all about a mental state of mind.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Easier said than done.
Yes, definitely.
Easier said than done.
But
So
the
I'll
more
give it-
you train your brain to look for
Exactly.
the good and to feel gratitude and all of this, it's like going to the gym. You're not going to
Yeah.
go once to the gym and you're going to have this amazing body. You're
Yeah.
going to have to keep on training your
Sometimes I
muscles.
try to tell myself when I'm having like an anxious moment in my life, I tell myself like, you are in control of your brain and your mind, not the mind is in control of you. And I truly like when I find myself like, oh my God, this and that, like be it anything. And I'll tell myself like, take a step back, like you control your thoughts, like
Yes.
not your thoughts control you.
Yes.
And I try constantly remind myself
Bravo.
that. Could healing actually be the secret to finally attracting what you deserve? And what does healing really mean?
So for the first part, definitely. And what healing really means is to sit with yourself, I'm going to say to start inner child healing. And I don't say this just because I am an inner child coach. I say this because I've been in therapy for 15 years plus, talk therapy. And although it did help me in some moments, there were still moments where I felt super depressed and super lost, alone and unworthy. And as soon as I started inner child healing, like something completely shifted inside of me. I stopped feeling depressed. I stopped feeling anxious every morning. Of course, I still have my ups and downs like every other human. But my downs are not like I want to disappear, I want to vanish. So healing, what healing really means is to reparent your inner child. We all need to reparent our inner child. And to start learning like who really am I? Because our moms, our dads, our families, our teachers, we all have this template like this is you. And do you know who you really are?
Yeah.
So that's what healing is all about.
I feel like after 24 years of being alive, I can finally officially say that now I can say I know who I am, truly.
Yes, and you keep on growing and growing and changing. Yeah.
Like I feel like I can finally say I have peace with myself.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's not easy, though. Like I feel like a lot of girls really struggle with this, and it's really, I feel like once you find peace with yourself and you start to love yourself, that's when you start to
things
accept
start
life.
aligning as well.
Everything starts aligning. Like things start making sense. Like even relationships, like relationships with your parents, relationship with your boyfriend, like everything just starts being so peaceful.
It's true.
It's really wow.
And to add on this, I read something earlier on last week, and it said like, if I give a gift to you and you won't say thanks and you're not grateful, would I want to gift you again? Definitely not. So that's how it works with the universe. If every time something bad happens, we're like, Ilallo, I'm so sad, bad things always happen to me. And then when something good happens, they're like, yes, but it's not the thing I really wanted.
Like you can't. That's
yes,
so
the universe
bad.
will not provide. And these are real laws, the same way that the law of gravity works without us questioning why. Law of assumption, law of attraction, and all the laws of the universe work in this way.
I recently tried to explain this to my father. I told him like, this is how the universe works. Because he's like, oh, this and that. I'm like, you can't be so negative all the time. Like you need to start being a bit more on the positive side and the universe will reciprocate. Like the universe listens.
It's
true. Not like, please give me this.
No.
Like, you know, it's the little thing.
Thank you for giving me this. And then it will give you more.
Every night before I sleep, I always try to say like, dear universe, thank you so much for like this beautiful day. And I feel like it does give you a bit more positivity and like a skipping your step kind of attitude.
Yeah.
Skipping my step. Who do I think I am, man? The sound of music, like wow, okay. So how do you break free from the unhealthy cycles you grew up watching at home?
So you break free. I truly believe that it's very hard to heal in the same place that made you sick. So I know people who have...
You need to leave.
Yes. I know people who have managed to get better in these environments. But for me, it was the easiest when you get out of certain environments. And how you break the cycles is to know that just because this is all about generational trauma.
Yeah.
So there's like this, I saw this video where they pour from one cup to another and generational trauma.
Oh my God,
keeps
yes, I've
on.
seen it.
Yes. So basically, the way to heal from these cycles is to break the pattern.
Yeah.
To heal yourself, to recognize that certain things are not okay just because they used to happen at home. It doesn't mean that they're okay.
Yeah.
And to have to strengthen your own values. And the same way, trauma is passed from one generation to another. Once one person from the family starts healing, it's called generational healing. The other people around this person, they also start healing too.
Yeah. I believe in that as well.
Yes.
And I truly believe that you don't have to follow the footsteps of like
No,
the person
definitely.
before, you know.
No.
What does starting fresh in love look like for a girl who's been hurt?
So starting fresh in love would be, so if she's been hurt, I really do suggest that she has some time to find herself, to work on her worth, on her self-worth, to heal, to understand the patterns that happened in relationships. And most girls, and not just girls, but most girls, this is for girls and guys, when a relationship ends, they're talking to each other with their friends. Oh, he did this and he did that and he did this. Okay, but sit down.
And
what
think.
did you do?
Exactly.
Because if you're going to keep on pointing fingers at what this other person did, you're still going to have to live with yourself. And if you're not going to face what happened now, you're going to face it in your next relationship, because you're going to keep on attracting the same person in a different body. So it's really important to sit down, put your ego to the side and say, listen, I'm not perfect. Yes, most probably it's true that this guy has done some stuff that hurt you, but what was your role in this? It always takes two to tango. Always.
How can someone stop their ex from messing with their peace?
So when I was a heartbreak coach, I used to tell my clients to block, remove, unfollow, delete as needed.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yes, definitely. And especially like you can befriend this person again once the attachment has worn off. Because once the attachment is still there, if you're going to see a story of this person enjoying their time with their friends,
kills you.
Yes. And to be honest, like I've had heartbreaks where I was posting photos of me smiling on my stories, and then I'd be crying at home. So looking at these things, it's just 1% of this person's day, and it's just going to hurt you more. So I suggest, and it works well with all my clients, that you block, remove, delete, follow, and even if need be to mute their friends so you don't know what's happening.
So real. Why do some people feel like they can't move on after a broken relationship?
It's because of the trauma bond they were in. It's because there's emotional attachment. And again, we recreate the same love we had with our parents. So this person, if this person was there to regulate your feelings, let's say you're anxious and you needed this person to constantly regulate your feelings, and this person is now gone, it's like your mom or dad are gone. So that's why it feels so hard for them to move on. And this is called a trauma bond. So they need to really take their time. They need to sit with their inner child, let their inner child know that they're safe. And the small practices like closing your eyes, thinking of you as a kid, and literally telling your younger self, listen, you're safe. I'm here with you. You're not going to be abandoned again. Yes.
I feel like if I had to actually do that, I'd actually burst into tears.
Yes, definitely. We're always all crying in the inner child healing sessions.
That's so sad.
But it's
I'm gonna try this.
Tears of release, like not pain.
It's like a weight lifted off your shoulder.
Yes,
type
like
of tears.
oh my God, this is the love I've been searching for all along. Yes,
and I think people really underestimate how much power they actually have on themselves.
Definitely.
Like, it's truly, once you realize you have that power, it's like game changing.
Yes.
Can you tell me 3 things people should not do when dealing with heartbreak?
Okay. So first things first, as I said, stop stalking their social media, stop asking things about them. You need to, it's like when someone is addicted to drugs. If you're going to take drugs again, you're still going to have that attachment and that need, and that the withdrawals are going to get even worse. So you need to stop. And I know a lot of people who are like checking the active now status or checking the stories or asking their friend, and it's very, very unhealthy. It makes you feel even worse, basically.
Like you're trapped in a cycle.
Yes.
Like you can't get out of it.
And it's true, heartbreak releases the same chemicals as someone who's going through heroin withdrawal. So literally you need to stop. You need to stop taking that drug. You need to stop going on social media and figuring out stuff which you're not figuring, basically.
And now can you tell me 3 things people should do when dealing with heartbreak?
3 things. I would say to nourish yourself, like try to eat proper food, go for a walk, listen to podcasts, there's lots of information online on YouTube. Secondly, spend time with family and friends that nourish you. don't stay hanging around people who make you feel worse about yourself. And thirdly is to try and get up and maybe find a new hobby, or I don't know, like go to connect with nature, stuff like that.
What are 3 things girls can do to attract a healthy partner?
So first, to become a healthy partner yourself.
Really?
Yes. Secondly is to work on yourself and know what you want and what you don't want in a relationship, like even creating a list, things I want in my partner, things I definitely don't want. For example, I might be fine with having a partner as a DJ, for example, but you would not be fine with this. So your list and my list are going to be
Different.
completely different. Exactly. So this is very important to have this list. And the third thing is to have a life. Like when a healthy partner comes, or when a partner comes into your life, don't stop doing the things you enjoy doing. So if you used to go, I don't know, to the gym, yoga, piano lessons, anything that you enjoy doing, don't stop doing it just because you're now in a relationship.
Yeah. And how do you know if you're genuinely ready for love again or you're just lonely?
So when you're just lonely, you're at home and you're feeling sad, and you feel that you get happy when you receive a text from someone, or when you receive a like or some recognition from a guy. And when you're already happy and you know that you're ready for a relationship is when you're already happy by yourself and you're having a good life and you're enjoying your time alone, and then someone comes into your life just to continue like having this happiness and sharing this happiness with this person. But if you're at home already feeling happiness only when this person contacts you or when a guy likes your photos, then you know it's because you're lonely.
Wow.
Yes.
This was an absolutely incredible chat. I feel like so many girls are going to learn so much from this.
I'm glad.
Nicole, you were absolutely amazing. Thank you so
Amy.
much.
Thank you so much.